تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني أماه دعيني لتبكي دموعك يا أمي عن دربي لا لن تغور العين تناديني فدعيني.
Look at the example of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Battle of Badr. 317 people came out of Medina in order to fight the kuffar, in order to get back the wealth which the kuffar of Medina, of Makkah had taken from them. And when the caravan of Abu Sufyan deluded them and went back to Makkah, then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had written for them a war against Quraysh. So when the caravan reached Medina, reached Makkah, and the people and the messenger of Abu Sufyan reached Makkah, then the people of Makkah came out in all their glory, in all their valor. They came out, 1,000 of them, to fight Allah and His messenger, to wage war against Allah and the messenger. So they came in all their splendor. They came to fight the Muslims, and then the Muslims waited for them in the battle of Badr, in the plains of Badr.
So the Prophet ﷺ then, on top of all this, he's motivating his soldiers. So the Prophet ﷺ was telling his men, by him in whose hand is Muhammad's soul, there is not a man that fights them today, meaning fights the unbelievers, and dies today, while being patient and seeking the reward, not fleeing away, meaning not running away from the army, except that Allah will enter him into paradise. And then the Prophet ﷺ tells them, قُومُوا إِلَى جَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Get up to these heavens whose width is that of the heavens and the earth. At that time there was a young man by the name of Umair ibn al-Humam. And he was a young man of 16 years old. And he said, O Prophet of Allah, a paradise whose width is that of the heavens and the earth? And the Prophet ﷺ told him, yes. And he said, Bakhin, bakhin. What does that mean, bakhin, bakhin? It's an expression of wonder and pleasure in Arabic. It's the equivalent of the in English. Or another narration, So, then the Prophet ﷺ asked him, what makes you say bakhin, bakhin? He told him, by Allah, O Messenger of Allah, it is only with the hope that I shall be of its inhabitants. And then the Prophet ﷺ told him that you are of it, that he is one of its inhabitants. Then he took out dates and he started to eat them. Then he threw them away. He said, if I live until I finish these dates, it will be a long life. And if I live until I meet and finish every one of these dates, this is a long life. Threw them away. He wanted martyrdom.
In the battle of Badr, Sa'ad ibn Quzay, he was from one of the fighters, one of the people of the Ansar, one of the Ansar. He was lining up to fight the people of Badr, and fight the mushrikeen on the day of Badr. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was going past with his stick, and he was correcting people and putting them into line. Sa'ad ibn Quzay, this person, he started coming out of line. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, and he went with his stick and hit him on his stomach. He hit him on his stomach and hurt him. So Sa'ad ibn Quzay said, Ya Rasulullah, what is this? What is this, O Rasulullah? You have hurt me, and I want recompense, O Rasulullah. I want recompense. I wish to hit you back, O Rasulullah. You have hurt me, so I wish to hurt you back. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he lifted his stove and said, hit me back. He said, hit me back. And so Sa'd ibn Quzay, he came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he hugged Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he kissed him. He kissed him on his stomach. So all the companions saw this and said, what is this, O Sa'd? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, oh, ya Sa'd, ma hamalaka ala hadha? What has caused you to do this, O Sa'd? So Sa'd ibn Quzay said, oh Rasulullah, you see the mushrikeen in front of us, and soon after a little while we will be fighting, and I know that I may die in this battle. So Rasulullah, I wish that the last thing that my body touches is your skin, O Rasulullah. Imagine the love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
And we have in the battle of Badr an example of Ukash ibn Mihsan, whose sword broke. He fought with his sword until it broke, and then the Prophet ﷺ gave him a long piece of wood. And when he shook it, it became a long white sword. And Ukash ibn Muhsan radiallahu anhu used that in every battle he took part in until he died in the apostasy wars. This is one of the miracles of Badr.
Also in the battle of Badr, Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, Abu Ubaidah, the trustee of this ummah, the Ameen of this ummah, he killed his own father in the battle of Badr. And we know Umar, may Allah have mercy upon, may Allah be pleased with them all. Umar killed his own uncle Al-As in the battle of Badr. And Mus'ab ibn Umair, he killed his own brother in the battle of Badr. What is this love that makes a person kill his own relatives? What is this love that makes a person kill his own relatives? Now I ask you people, that if the son was now on one side and the father was on one side, if one of them were on the side of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, would you have the courage to go and fight? Would you have the courage to go and fight your own father? Would you do that? Muhammad ibn Abu Bakr, the son of Abu Bakr, Muhammad, his name was Muhammad. He came to Abu Bakr and said on the battle of Badr, oh my father, I was trying to avoid you, because Muhammad was actually a disbeliever still. And Muhammad came to fight, Muhammad the son of Abu Bakr came to fight Abu Bakr, his own father, in the battle of Badr. So he said, I was trying to avoid you, O Abu Bakr. I was trying to avoid you, O my father, so that I don't have to face you and kill you. He said, as for me, wallahi, had I found you, I would have killed you straight away. He said, wallahi, I would have killed you straight away. This is the true love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.